Hey, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to flirt over text, and I'll be giving you some examples as well. And this goes for all the shy guys out there, or maybe just guys looking to figure out if their game is really as strong as they thought it was. I'll be right back. Welcome back, my name is Jessica. So in today's video, as I already said, I'd like to address this because I realize there are lots of men out there who, suck at the flirting game, to be honest. By the time they're done, they're either completely turning you off with their words, actions, or inactions, or basically, they just have no game. And so they walk away feeling defeated, mostly. If that's you, and you know yourself, you don't need me to tell you. If that's you I'm talking about, then thank you so much for joining this particular video. I'm gonna make it worth your while. How to flirt over text. That's the conversation we're having right now. Number one. Now, in my opinion, the first tip is to keep it short and sweet. Very important, short and sweet. Now, there are a lot of guys who just go out there and, it's like, okay, I've seen this girl, I'm really feeling her. Let me just go right ahead and tell her everything that's on my mind, how she made me feel, how your heart was just, out of your chest when you saw her, and that kind of thing. I mean, that might actually be a cool thing to do, but alternatively, don't forget that depending on how you do it, it might come across as imposing, downright disruptive, or maybe even unwelcome, depending on, once again, who you're talking to and the circumstances surrounding, where she currently is at. So if you want to know how to flirt with a woman over text, my first tip is to keep it short and simple. Short and simple. There is an acronym that says KISS. And forgive me, there are planes flying overhead, but there is an acronym that says KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I should probably wait for the plane to pass. So there's an acronym, keep it simple, stupid. What that simply means is when you're sending a text to a woman, amongst other things, go straight to the point. Don't blab, don't brag, don't stretch the conversation unnecessarily. If you ask me, you might even want to make a deliberate effort to use open-ended questions that will motivate her to talk some more. Because if you ask questions like, and she says, what will you say after that? Okay, maybe then she says, are you going to be doing that little dance with your thumbs or twiddling with your thumbs to try and figure out what to type next? Open-ended questions always allow the person who's being asked the question to elaborate, So instead of saying, how was your day today? You could say something like, hey, I had a really terrible day. I had a flat tire, or something really bad happened either at school or at work. And I'm kind of hoping that you had a better day than I did. Now, not only have you told her that you want to know whether her day is actually going well, you've also started by telling her how your day went. So most likely her, answer would be something that's more engaging as opposed to a simple yes or no answer, closed answers, okay? So keep that in mind. You need to keep it simple if you're going to make any kind of progress over text. So an example of keeping it short and sweet could be, or what do you think? I think you just scored 100, personally. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay positive, stay positive. And I know it can be hard, especially if maybe the lady who's, who you're engaging with is not forthcoming, right? But it's always good to keep a positive tone. So typically flirting is supposed to be friendly, lighthearted, not taken too seriously, okay? So if you want to flirt with a woman, you need to keep that whole positive energy and let it shine through the messages that you send. So remember, if you're going for a flirty tone, you always want to keep it light and avoid talking about heavy, intense stuff, okay? Because then that makes the conversation awkward. And especially if she's not really too keen on engaging with you, then you lose out from the get-go. So you can send a text like, or what do you think? This might get you somewhere. Like that whole thing about her being the first person you wanted to tell, or her being the first person you thought about, kind of tells her that, hey, I really, really like you, and I actually have you in mind most of the time, and I'd like to get you to know you a little bit if you're open for it. Okay, so messages like that will get you far. All right, number 3, be complimentary. Be complimentary. Okay, how do you do that? Now, as they say, flattery will get you anywhere. However, I do believe that, the more sincere a comment or a compliment is, the more it will be taken to heart and seen for what it truly is. All right. So don't go about, saying stuff like, oh, I think you have an amazing, and you mention a body part, knowing very well that the woman is probably even insecure about that. Better yet, if you're not sure, then don't even go there trying to mention body parts or trying to compliment her on any kind of, any part of her body. Because it gets tricky when it comes to women. The way men see women is completely different from how we see ourselves. And so the thing that may be really getting you going might be that thing that really makes her feel down because she thinks maybe she has too little of, a whole lot more of, etc., etc. All right. So learn to be complimentary. Let her know if there's certain things about her that you like. And if you ask me, steer clear of compliments that necessarily involve her body, and more about the way she thinks, her brain, her achievements, and that kind of thing. A lot of women like to think, and especially women who aren't, and you can tell usually the kind of woman that you're dealing with. If she's a woman who isn't big on looks necessarily, and is not the kind who will go on social media to take pictures and show her behind because that seems to be the only leverage she has, then she would appreciate compliments via text in a manner that complements her thought processes more than anything else. Okay? All right, let's move on to our final tip for today's video. And it's simply to ask a playful question. So once again, flirting is supposed to be lighthearted, playful, not too serious, not too intense, like I said in a previous conversation. So send a playful message, a playful text, for example. She may say, and then you can respond, okay, let's try another one. She may answer, and you might end up getting somewhere. Now, before you click off today's video, let me bring you also a few helpful hints. Now, if you've already met up in person at least once, or you've been conversing quite a lot, then you can use flirty texts as an opportunity to solidify an inside joke. Now, the thing about that is inside jokes, sort of elicit a feeling of intimacy, familiarity, and they usually go down very well. And that is only if you do indeed have some kind of inside joke, a joke that's shared between just the two of you, that if you made a comment in public, she'd be the only one who would get it, right? Inside joke? Okay. And also, in your text messaging, you can feel free to add an emoji or two with your flirty texts for a little emotional flavor, but don't go overboard. So what you say with your words is what counts. Emojis are only supposed to add a little bit of flavor to your messages. So don't go overboard, don't overuse them such that she needs to like ask other friends, or what does this mean, or what does that mean? Of course, depending on the age of the woman, some women care, others really don't. But yeah, so use emojis, but use them sparingly and let it help send your message home. And my last hint or tip I'll give you is to keep in mind that whilst flirting is great and it can be interesting over text, in my opinion, the best way to flirt is face to face. It always helps when the person is right in front of you. Your expressions send a message. Your tone of voice says a message. A lot of things that are usually lost in text messaging, you can do in person to really drive your message home. So that's it for today, how to flirt over text. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get a notification every single time I post. You know what it is. It's your girl, Jessica. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.